You are taking your broadcast here on AI Live. It's live football action once again, Friday edition. And this time we are out of the league championship and into what we call the Champions League. That's the A division where the top six team will be doing battle against each other for supremacy. Here stadium. Tony Fleming. I've been joined by commentator Mr. Doc Caden Bryan, and we will be bringing you ball by ball coverage of the live action right here as it unfolds. The team this evening will be the Attackers playing in the dark blue and black, and they will be coming up against the Kicks United in the traditional red and white. The Attackers, they are certainly just coming off of the semi-final, well, the final defeat in the championship against the Roaring Lions, that is, and they are starting their campaign off the first of the A-League, the Champions League, first match of this division. We have already started the D-League matches, really progressing nicely. And we'll give you the point standing in that tournament as well. But this is the first one for this year, 2022 D-League action, A-League action, sorry, Champions League Attackers versus the Kicks United. As I say, welcome, Doc. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. The Kicks United seems to be more of the same. A number of guys for them are out. No Junior today, no Varian, no Javon Duncan, no Khalifa Francis. There's no St. John, there's no Reuven. Number of guys out today. It's Tony Carey, the number 14, and Craig Emmanuel, the number 17. They have made a signing. Desroy Finley, he's the number 3 today, coming over from the Salsa Ballers. Antoine Fleming is the number 18. Delani Francis, number 29. Defari Francis is the number 16, sorry. Jelani Lawrence, the number 1. Glenville Mali Rogers is the number 10. Kadeem Rogers, the number 19. And his brother, coming over from the Lions system, Hakeem Rogers, is the number 5. So just 10 players for them today.
Wow. So Hakeem has joined his brother as well, and the Kicks are set up. That's good. At least they probably would want to maintain the team as long as they can, because we know for a fact that the Kicks United, they have not been able to really produce any youngsters coming through. So it's good to see Kadim and his brother, possibly 2 younger personnel from that of that group as well, playing for the Kicks United. They have certainly will be missing the services of the talisman in Varian, and Carty Jr. is away on national duty with the under-14 team in Santo Domingo, so he will be missing the midfield as well. But I'm certainly sure that they will try their best as much as possible to put up a good showing here against the Attackers team. And the Attackers, they certainly will be saying, well, we missed the Champions League, the championship. This one they will want to capture, Doc.
Well, for the Attackers, their goalkeeperless, no Gomez and no Till today. So the man Wabi, he's had to go in goal for them. Hakeem Beard is the number 3. Javil Special Brooks, the number 14. Ricardo John is the number 20. Charlie Joseph, the number 9. Javon Lloyd getting his first start for the Attackers, the number 11. Hassan Mason, the number 23. Kadeem Riley is the number 7. Terrence Casa Rogers, the number 10. Tarek Sampson is wearing the number 20, as listed here. And the Chadwick Samuels is the number 17. So then, as I said earlier, interestingly for the Attackers, no goalkeeper.
Yes, and still trying to decide which team is his home team. And here,
I believe that is the attackers who are home today. I will double check and make sure.
the ball is with attackers now. Here is the prolific striker and John. Good move there by Lloyd. Shot coming and um, equal to the task is Jelani, really covering and smothering the ball, not allowing it to at least get away from his grasp, because there was the man Chadwick Samuels right on the doorstep. But good force move there on the part of the attackers. Good ball there, switching play to Casa. The number 7, Ian Riley, just loses it, but recovers there by number 12.
So I do believe it's the attackers who are the home side
Well,
today.
yes, the attackers' home team today. Technical producer, if you're just listening to us, home team, attackers in the blue.
From what I'm seeing, it looks like Javon Lloyd is playing at left back.
Interesting.
There's no Rasheem Thompson as well for the attackers. And it's forced Tarek Sampson to shift over to right back. It looks like Lloyd, he's coming to 11 at left back. And
So they're certainly without a number of their players, the attackers. And so they have to make shift as best as they can.
here comes Hakeem Beard. Lloyd with a poor control, I must say it's out of touch for a throw-in.
They'll certainly need to keep an eye on Desroy Finley.
Here comes Chadwick, but he's offside, says the assistant referee here on the near side.
Yes. Good move there, but Samuels just a little too quick on the draw. And Harley, our referee's assistant, he and near side to us, really spot on and picking up that one. As I was saying, the attackers, they will certainly need to look at their defensive line. The likes of Special, relatively has good speed as well, but Desiree Finley can be very fast if he gets going.
Sampson. It's a good bit of work there by Kadeem Rogers. Rogers still trying to find a way through. Tackled well, but it will find the boot of a Kicks United player. Couldn't get that one under control, however. And a chance for Mason to clear. Special leaves it for Wabi. To Casa. Now Riley. Back to Casa. Sampson. Looking for Chadwick. Ball over the top, header one there, but it looks like Carey. And booted a bit further upfield. Only as far as Casa. Casa. Will lose out, however. Mali. Looking to find his teammate out wide. It's going to find Riley to Beard. Beard with a good ball through to Ricardo. John is over on the left side in a bit of space. John trying to cut inside. Ricardo. John beats another man. He goes down. Corner kick.
Yes, again, like in the finals, trying to draw an infringement there for a penalty. Yeah, there was contact, but there was a lot of diving there as well. And certainly on any day, I don't think any referee will allow themselves to be duped by that trickery there from John. But good move there and good defending there in the end by the Kicks United into the 7th minute of play. First corner kick of the match. and they're two attackers. Let's see what they will do with this one.
Corner. Taken. Not a good corner. Goal kick.
So the attackers team, certainly probably with the most superior players in terms of skill level wise, and they will need to look to at least string a lot more passes going forward. They're looking for that searching long ball, which at times become predictable.
Riley boots it upfield for Chadwick. Chadwick trying to get the return. He will do so. Back to Riley. Riley trying to shift it out wide to Ricardo John. Good bit of work there defensively. And good speed being shown as well. Trying to get around the outside now. Forced to cut it back. An audacious effort doesn't make good contact. But it will be a free kick.
Yes, certainly the player there in an effort to shoot, the defender there just getting his leg away of the shooting boot there of the player, and free kick there. We're seeing is that, well, you see that Karim over it. We see Marley can really strike it from that distance. But
Well, it's deflected and in. Special trying to clear it out. But he only succeeded in putting it into his own net. And it's kicks who have gone up 1-0.
well, Karim Rogers really stood over the free kick, drove it towards goal, but that one certainly was going wide, and Special, probably not being aware of his position, tried to clear it, but dreadfully they are clearing it straight into the back of the net, wrong footing. Khalid, who's in goal, who was really following the trajectory of the ball there, and it's attackers who have found themselves trailing by a goal to nil.
That's a real mistake by Special. But again, that has to do with not having a usual goalkeeper. Because whether it was Tito or Gomez, they would have called. But I don't think Special heard the call, if a call was made by Wabi. So he thought he had to take matters into his own hands. That's a brilliant effort there by Sampson, completely fooling Lawrence.
Yes, that one could have easily dropped into the back of the net.
It is going to fall now for Kadim Riley. Corner.
Yes, that was a really good effort there from Samson. Lawrence was coming towards the ball, and Samson just dinked it over his head and almost falling into the back of the net. And also, as well, the man on the back post almost had an opportunity there. And so, if the Kicks United will definitely need to be a lot more careful with this 1-goal to nil lead.
Header comes in, but it's out of touch for a goal kick. Well, I haven't had much to say on him for a very long time, but man, Albert Burton, he's back in the middle after a very long hiatus.
Yes, I just beckoned to him as I was heading upstairs that it was good to see him back, but he certainly informed me that it's not for any lengthy period. He's just here for a brief period. And so it's good to see him. Really trying to build the pool of referees from more tender young age as it is now, because who has really grasped the opportunity, and we certainly through one of them, especially from youngsters.
Yes, you would know as ball comes in. This time Special gets his clearance right.
And
That was a
again,
bad.
he's saying to Khalid, you need to say something because that one could have easily ended up in the back of the net again.
Another man Hardy could have completed his CFU officiating course. So he's now a CFU licensed referee. As here come the kicks once again. That's a poor shot.
Yes, certainly. And that's good. We say congratulations to him and hope he continues to go from strength to strength because I've seen all of our referees, the likes of Trevor Rose, who would have done some FIFA sanctioned matches, Albert himself. Um,
Riley's effort will go wide.
in days past, the likes of Sir Leroy, Rooster, and so it's good to see that we can build a pool because you have had the likes of Trevor Rose and Albert Burton, who's been around almost since time immemorial, and so to really have some younger guys coming through will certainly augurs well to refereeing here for the future. Not missing any football. Tidying there of the shoelaces done there by defender there for Kicks United and their goalkeeper allowance in goal. They're leading 1-0 from an own goal there scored from the deflection from a free kick there, the boot of Kadeem Rogers. So the Kicks United with a 1-0 lead. The attackers, on the other hand, will certainly want to be playing a lot better in terms of stringing their passes together. They have not been as fluid as they need to be.
As they have not looked with their usual self, the attackers. They're playing it started off slowly, and if you remember during the season, this is exactly how they started when the Kicks beat them.
Yes, so true.
I believe it was 3 goals to, was it 3-1 or was it 3-0 that game? The Kicks came out and they were the better team from start to finish.
Yes.
Malley tries to head it on. A special. And to Baird. Baird to Riley. Riley was wrong-footed. Thrown to the Kicks.
Well, a few of their players got in late, so whether or not they have not synced as yet, they certainly won't want to go 2 goals before they can do that.
So now the guys didn't get a chance to warm up because of their Trinidadian players. They didn't get a chance to warm up. Beard, Riley, John, Sampson. Don't think any of them got to warm up. Chetty didn't get to warm up. I think Casa came into the stadium late with Chetty as well. A number of their starters, so they didn't get warm.
But what they should be telling themselves, though, is that, okay, we should be able to dominate this team and try to play football properly. I think one of the things that we would have seen even with some of these top teams as well, and they would have allowed themselves to get very complacent and want to play certainly unconventional football. Here's attackers on the break.
Chadoka's trying to drive. Ricardo trying to poke it off the defender. He will do so. Riley, back to John. A good bit of defending there in the end by the attackers. Cleared a very long upfield. Only Mason in the vicinity. Mason will pick it up. Return. He's going to find Chetty, who goes with the one-touch pass to Casa. Now Hakeem Baird. Back to Chetty. Lloyd. Good looking ball through, but cut out easily. Throw into the attackers.
It appears as though the kicks they're playing with a man shot, and maybe hence the defensive presence that they are at the moment taking up. So it's good to see that they would have gotten a fortuitous goal there.
Castle. Good ball out wide to Sampson. Sampson shifts past a man, cuts it back to the edge of the area towards Baird. Cut out only as far as Special. Special to Sampson. Sampson shifts another man well. Goes across to Hakeem Baird. Hakeem Baird drags it shot wide.
Yes, looking for a corner kick there is Baird, but Burton right on the spot says, no, sir. So it's a goal kick. But certainly trying to look a little bit more purposeful here is the attackers now. Into the 18th minute of play. 1-0 in favor of the Kicks United. They have got this knack where even playing with men short, they've just got this way of sustaining and soaking up the pressure, and only to be playing on the counter or attack that can has really caught teams we've seen where they would have done it with the Roaring Lions as well. Whether or not they can pull off the feet here with the Kicks United, with the attackers, we'll have to wait and see.
Lloyd spins well. There's this one upfield for John. John. Still John. That's a bit of defending, however. Long ball upfield. Looking for, it's like Finley there. Special picks it up. That's careless from Special, however. And it is going to find, well, the effort is blocked. That was a bit careless there. And had Rogers been able to get off a better effort, that could have spelled some trouble.
Yes, Rogers is one of those players, as long as he can see goal, doesn't matter. He's always willing to pull that trigger.
Ricardo John to Riley. Riley high over the top. To nobody in particular. Lawrence will collect.
Yes, and I'm wondering the strategy of the attackers team. We have the prolific scorer there in John doing most of the handling, coming in from the right, looking to make the play and then looking for the return pass. But so far the Kicks defenders, they have defended well.
Lloyd. Chetty. Special. Sampson. Still Sampson. Looking to find a Chadwick Samuel. Got out well by Antoine. Antoine looking for and find. I think that's Craig Emmanuel there. But Baird steps in the way. Baird to Tarek Sampson. Took a loose touch.
Must say though that Duncan Antoine has been main staple there at the defense there for the Kicks United, and in spite of the fortunes of the team, has had a pretty good season so far. They are without the services of one of their key defenders. Here is
This is brilliant. He's going to try and find his teammate, but Wabi got there first.
wow, that's a good move there from Kadeem Rogers, but I think the pass was just a tad bit too soft and too straight in the part of Javil, who was able to shepherd it for the keeper coming off the line, but really shifted some defenders there in Rogers and laying off the pass there to Finley. But like I said, just a little too soft and a little too straight, but really good move there from the young man.
Kadeem is looking back to his dangerous best in Kicks colors. Looked the shit of his former self when he was with the Roaring Lions earlier in the season.
Oh, his concerns was that, with all the players that the Roaring Lions have, the veteran players, he was just the pressure in terms of
Oh, brilliant by Mali to Kadim Rogers, who puts it wide.
yes, good move there by veteran Marley finding Rogers. I thought he'd had well, electing to kick with his stronger foot, really. But I thought he had enough time to at least cut it back on the right and try to at least unleash with the right foot. But I guess going with what he's accustomed to, hitting it one time and not getting it on target as he would have liked. So, but the Kicks United, they are at least doing what they are accustomed to do from time to time, keeping the team at bay, which is the attackers. If you have just joined us, we want to say welcome. It's live football action here, the Champions League in the Anguilla Football Association tournament for 2022. We would have completed the championship and we're into what we dubbed the Champions League with the top 6 team kicking off the Kicks United and the attackers kicking us off to the 24th minute of play, 1-0 from an own goal, the head of central defender there in Javier Brooks.
Header on by Kadim, straight out of touch for a throw-in. Chetty to Mason. Mason to Lloyd. Special. Now Riley. Abed. Sampson. Brilliant 1-2 back to Sampson, who lays it off quickly to Chadwick Samuel. Another deflection, but Lawrence gets across in the end.
Yes. Quite interesting to see if Khalid was Khalid and the Kicks goal probably might have just been too far across and would not be able to get across for that one. But so attackers trying to really mount an attack to get an equalizer back. And looking a little bit more threatening.
Ricardo John with a mistake, but a missed touch and a good challenge, but it will only find John once again, who tried to poke it across for Tarek Sampson, but couldn't do so. Lloyd.
That was the big man there in Glenville, Marley Rogers, running all the way back to at least commit that challenge.
John. Coming to foul, says referee Burton. Free kick.
He's doing a little bit more, a lot of talking, and Burton certainly is going to flash a card now.
Well, that's typical Albert Burton, I must say. Yellow card to Ricardo John.
John is walking away, and Albert is trying to catch up. And John will have to be very careful now because he's been given a a yellow card. Soft one on his part. I didn't see the harm in listening to what the referee would have had to say, as opposed to just, allowing yourself to get a silly booking.
Sampson. That's a good ball over the top. There's 2 players running in here. It's going to find Chadwick, but Antoine is quick, and Antoine got back well.
Thought they got mixed up in trying to determine who should at least get onto it, and in the end, both of them left it too long, and it was the defender there in Duncan again, just coming across and avoiding the danger of clearing it into touch for a throw in there to the attackers team.
Riley. Into Hakeem Baird. Hakeem Baird tries to chip it out wide, just ahead of Ricardo John.
Certainly look a little circumspect there. John almost looked as if he was far ahead, but the AR there in Harley wasn't really in line, and it would have been interesting had John really got to control that ball.
It was going to be a goal kick to Kicks United, but the attackers are starting to look a lot more like the attackers that we saw throughout the entirety of the regular season.
Well, hopefully that card will probably woken up the team, because for some 27 minutes into the 28th minute, they had not really looked their threatening self as we would have seen them both in the semi-finals and the finals for the championship.
Some played upfield. Rogers is going to try and find Finley, but he's offside.
Yes.
Finley playing up top. Haven't seen him playing up there for a while. You know, when he was playing with the salsa ballers, he would have been playing on the wing because they had the man Naldo playing through the middle for them.
Then the interesting question to ask, salsa ballers is not playing in the tournament.
No. As far as I know, there is no salsa ballers in the Champions League tournament. As the last email I received, they would have forfeited their games in the playoffs, and then in the Champions League, the format has gone from a 6-team tournament to a 5-team tournament. Lawrence took a bit too long on the ball. Here comes Ricardo John, but there's Antoine in the middle, just making sure that there's no danger to his goal yet again. Giving away cheaply. This time he's not there, and it could fall for Riley, but Lawrence got there first.
And Chadwick can count himself a little bit unlucky there, because player certainly appears to have infringed, but referee Albert says differently. And some careless work there on the part of Lawrence, the goalkeeper.
Good
nice
ball.
to ball there.
Lloyd, disappointing cross.
Yes, disappointing, very disappointing. But good move there by Lloyd. Good true pass here. Good weighted pass there by Terence Castle Rogers, the captain. But the final finishing touch leaves a lot to be desired of. Here's attackers on the attack again.
They're trying to find John, but the defender was all over him. Carter John, he's not had quite the freedom with the attackers that he would have had with the salsa ballers. He's not looked his same self, but he's still been scoring goals. That's what he's been doing. That's what he always does.
Yes, certainly been given a different license to play, especially deep on the far left. Also cutting in, really trying to create the opportunity. And it's not worked well for him, as we would have seen when he would have played for the salsa ballers.
Speaking of the salsa ballers, a number of the dominoes from the salsa ballers team they are falling. We've seen Finley has gone to kicks. We've seen Brad and Jordan Deans and Joran Gale. They have gone, and Eric Gokarat as well. They've all gone to the uprising. Seen Ricardo John, he's come to the attackers. Tariq John has gone over to the Roaring Lions. But the big domino yet to fall is Naldo. Where will Naldo go? That's a good ball. It's a brilliant ball. Offside is the call. Ooh.
It's pretty close, but
Harley, I don't know about that one.
to certainly have a look at that one. But all is close. That but very interesting to see where the player was when the ball was before the ball was actually passed, kicked, but certainly a tight one there. These attackers again, John cutting on the inside.
Ricardo John was lining up an effort, tried to flick it back. And here come the kicks. Bit over the top, looking for, I think that's Hakeem Rogers out there.
Good ball there by Marley, but Chino looked just a little too slow there and was not able to at least collect the pass. But he used it.
And John trying to shift it across to Chetty. Out of touch for a throw-in.
So Kicks United defending stoutly so far into the 34th minute of play. Still 1-0. Scored pretty early. But attackers, they have certainly looked a lot more purposeful and driving a lot more aggressive. And there's an easy chance. All the hard work was done by John, rounding Craig and just floating it over on the far there to Riley, all by himself, just the keeper to beat. And I'm certainly sure he will say, well, can I have that one back? But made a meal of it, Doc.
Riley has completely lost his goal scoring touch, I must say, from from where he was earlier in the season. He was lights out. He has certainly lost a bit of form. He has not looked his typical self. Special to Samson. Now Beard. This one is blocked, and Tony Carey deals with the Carey coming over from the Eagle Club. See, and a number of moves this window, one of the most active windows I would have seen in recent memory.
Very, very active window.
Very active window. A number of guys shifting over from other teams. You're seeing the salsa ballers pretty much not having a team anymore as we speak. Don't know what their plans are for next year.
It's very, very interesting to see because certainly we won't want to have teams just getting into the tournament for getting in sake. We want to have teams that are stable and for the most part competitive as well. Yes, you will have one or the two weaker teams, but you'll want to have good competitive football being played by all the teams, and hence the proper structure is very, very important to really continue such. We have seen quite a number of these teams has faltered by the wayside, especially since the last transfer window. Team has become virtually extinct, so to speak, and so something that we won't want to see as we try to build our football. Poor clearance there from Lawrence, picked up there by Riley. It's John trying to get around the player there, and that's looked like the younger Rogers brother would have actually handled the ball. And so it's going to be a free kick. We're just about 30 yards out. They're about 25. Yes, we're 25 yards out. And the goalkeeper there in goal, Lawrence, feverishly setting his wall, making sure that he doesn't allow this opportunity to go past. They would want to go into halftime with this 1 goal to the lead. They're playing a man shot and have done pretty well so far.
Riley strikes it. Lawrence spills it, but spills it out of harm's way.
That's
They're
going to
appealing
be
for a call there. And the call will go in the
yes.
favor of the Kicks United.
Good call there by the referee, Albert, because Chadwick Walton certainly tackled before. He actually got to the ball, but one really there in Lawrence almost giving a chance there to the attackers team. Had that one come straight back, that could have spelled some trouble there for him. So he'll want to be a lot more safe with the collection.
I just stepped away to look for an Eagle Claw team sheet just to compare their current team to the team that started the season, because it's almost unrecognizable outside of it. Yatta, Poodle, who's now their captain, and Raquel Cyril. Everyone else is gone from the original Eagle Claw team pretty much, and they have a completely new squad.
Completely new squad, and they've at least been playing some good football as well. You see a corner kick there, on the far side there by kicked.
Floated in into the back post, headed away. They brought in a number of guys from overseas, from all over the globe. A couple Colombian brothers, and Edwin and Kevin Gomez. This place I remember off the top of my head. And they have a number of guys that they bring over weekly from St. Martin to come and play for them.
Yes. So.
And again, I don't know how sustainable that would be for a new club, but
certainly, and especially during the weekdays and as opposed to the weekend. But they're just trying to weather the storm through this period until the season is finished, and then they'll look to try to at least rebuild, regroup again.
I believe that the gamble that the man Griffiths would have taken with the Eagle Claw was that we'll bring in these guys and in an effort to win the developmental league and use the funds from winning the D-League to replenish the club's funds. It was an investment, but it's backfired because mathematically I don't think they can win the D-League.
Yes.
They would. The Diamonds FC, they already have 9 points. And with Eagle Claw's last game being tomorrow versus the Spartans, I don't think they can get higher than 7 points. They have lost one, they've won one and drawn one. They have to play the Spartans tomorrow, so they automatically cannot win the D-League. The only teams really in with a shot that can win the D-League are the Diamonds FC and the Spartans right now, mathematically. And it would take a gargantuan effort by the Spartans. They have to make up a number of goals and goal difference to surpass the Diamonds FC, who were able to score a number on the Eagle Claw and the Western Predators.
Yes, and certainly interesting, especially for those teams as well, all to play for. I think we saw the Spartans would have won it the last time around.
It was the Uprising. They won on the final day. It was pretty much a final between the Uprising and the Spartans. The last time they would have had the D-League. I remember, I believe the game finished 2-1 in favor of the Uprising, and the winner of that game would have won the D-League. Yes, and Uprising won that game 2-1.
Yes, they did. They did won it. And if we go to look for the scores as well, we'll see that they would have scored a goal illegally, but was not given. And on the other hand, the Spartans, they themselves could have equaled. And
numerous times, but remember that game all too clearly, Tony. All too clearly, I remember that game.
So it's good to see those teams have an opportunity to compete for supremacy among themselves as well, and at least looking forward to get into the higher echelon of the league.
Uprising, they would have eliminated their chances of winning the D-League through on Tuesday night, I believe, when they would have gone down 2-0 to the Diamonds FC. Both goals scored by former Eagle Claw man and Tajay Baba Johnson.
Yes, and I was looking at at work, I was looking at the match, and really two soft goals, if you ask me, really.
Very.
And very careless, not the uprising that we're accustomed to. You see,
I must say, a couple of mistakes by goalkeeper Darian Carty. First goal was easily avoidable. Instead of either catching the ball or pushing it out of harm's way, he pushed it straight into the path of Tajay Johnson. The shot was taken by Rabbit with his left foot. It wasn't that powerful. He pushed it straight into the path of Baba, who made no mistake.
yes, we saw Chino doing a number over there, and Javon Lloyd really not being able to get the pass off, but good shielding there by Chino.
Well, it's given away cheaply, and here comes Hakeem Baird. Hakeem Baird. Oh, brilliant defending. That is brilliant by Tony Carey.
Well, I think Albert would have missed the call there, though. You see that Josie pullback there by Tony Carey.
It's taken quickly. Lawrence collects.
Yes, you see the Josie pullback there from Tony Carey. They're slowing up be just a bit, and at the end was able to at least catch up and toe poke, but good professional pull there that was missed by the referee and saved the day for their team, the Kicks United.
Well, Burton, as he would have told me before the game, he has to referee because a lot of the referees are off island, about 10 or 12 usual referees are off island.
Yes.
He has to fill in. And we saw earlier in the week the man, I think it was Joseph,
Yeah.
did the game earlier for the Diamonds versus the Uprising. I haven't seen him referee in a very long time.
Yes,
But they've had to bring all of them back out of the shed because a number of refs are off. It is summer. A number of them are away. Ambrell himself, he's back as the fourth official. Ambrell would have not refereed at all for the year.
Yes, we have not seen him. He's the one who usually create and construct the schedule. It's a corner kick, yeah.
Usually,
Away there by Casa.
this one, the follow-up effort is blocked. Sampson over the top towards John, but Craig gets in the way. Craig has played well thus far. It's Riley. Riley to Ricardo John. John trying to turn Craig inside out, but again Craig does well. Craig has had a very good game thus far. A chance for like Francis there to break.
It's just a little good idea, but touch just a little heavy there by the youngster there, Francis, number 16 player. Casa, he himself with a heavy touch as well, not being able to control, and is given a throw in there to the Kicks United. We have played 45 minutes, and just to wait, let's say, how much injury time will be added on, but the Kicks United has held their own in this game so far, leading by a 1-0.
Casa. This is given away. Ricardo John is fast. Ricardo John is fast. Ricardo John shifts inside, back onto his right boot, but takes it away from goal. John trying to beat the entire defense. Can't do so. That looks like a foul. That is a foul.
Yes, I'm seeing Harley pointing the flag, pointing up, but it's going to be a free kick there to the attackers. I think John just over dribbling there and dribbling away from goal, is looking to get onto his more preferred boot, which is the right boot, and they were pushing him up further away from goal. But free kick in a dangerous position.
Ball chipped into the back post. And that's dealt with in the end.
Yes, that probably is the last kick there for this half.
There should be a minute left in the end. There were 3 minutes, I believe, signal of added time. I think it was
3 minutes.
3. I don't know
I don't know where they would have gotten
where
3
they
minutes.
found the
right?
3 minutes from, but I saw the board flash 3.
Oh, Ambell probably created those 3 minutes because players certainly been going pretty smoothly so far. Very little stoppages for play.
The only one I can remember was a yellow card to Ricardo
Yes,
John.
yes. So
Trying to find a pass. Yes, Chetty can only play it out of touch for a throw-in.
not seen Chetty at his best at all. They're just not look themselves, the attackers. And that's the reason why they're trailing 1-0 and they certainly need to talk things over in the second half. Coach, you see Denzel, and certainly need to kicks bench is virtually clear, and they have really held their own and stood up well to whatever challenge being thrown at them. There goes the halftime whistle. They adapt.
Yes, at the half, the kicks have held on, and they're holding on to a 1-0 lead. Goal coming via the route of an own goal off the head of Javier Special Brooks. And the attackers, they have not gotten out of first gear, I must say. They have had a couple chances, but they've not looked their dominant selves, and they will have to turn it up in the second half.
Yes, certainly. Not their best showing. I'm certainly sure they'll talk things over and see how best they can apply themselves in the remaining 45 minutes. But it's live football action here. We break for halftime. It's 1-0 in favor of the Kicks United playing in the red and white, and they are leading the attackers so far in the opening encounter for this A Champions League tournament, top 16 playing. We go to a break and join us in about 10, 12 minutes. welcome back. We have completed the halftime, and it's the start of the second half between these two teams in the Champions League division, the A division. It's the attackers in the dark blue and black shorts, playing against the Kicks United in their traditional red and white. And so far, we have played 45 minutes with the Kicks United leading, taking a 1-goal-to-0 lead into half time, as I've been joined by the Minuteman for this second half. Dak has stepped out, and the attackers certainly not looking their fluid self. Minute, as I say, welcome to live football action at the Raymond E. Gishard Stadium between these two teams.
Yes, indeed, Tony. Welcome. I'm happy to be here as we witness this very interesting game, though, I must say, between the attackers and the Kicks United. And I must say that, as always, Kicks United always surprise everyone with their account of 1 goal and trying to hold on to it. And, it has been very much interesting and exciting.
Yes, they started off with 10 men, actually, and now they've had the full quarter of the 11. Just now, we see a good move there from the youngster there in Kadeem Rogers, but the veteran Marley should have known better, should have been running towards the far post, because that ball beat the keeper. Easy tapping would have been had there by Marley had he run at the far post. So good work there. And the corner kick taken quickly, parried out again there by the makeshift goalkeeper there in Khalid. We've seen where an own goal so far has been scored. Here is Rogers. This time, poorly taken free kick, but not dealt with nicely there by Casa. And it's the Kicks United this time. Rogers again, but now he's met by Samuels, who passes to Joseph, the number 9 player there for attackers. Holds up the ball nicely, plays it to John, who has not had a good game so far. Casa Rogers in midfield. They're just knocking it around. Tight pass there. And, two players getting in the way of each other there. Not looking in sync at all there is the attackers. Good pass there, Marley. He has a good shot on goal, but always rising minute.
Yes, too much boot under the ball. Very good chance here for Marley to pretty much test out the goalkeeper, Khalid. And I'm sure if it was on target, it would be something else. But he nevertheless, Tony, he put it over the bar.
Yes, certainly. And attackers living pretty dangerously here. We've seen where Kicks United has held the Lions at bay. And in the moment when it mattered most, they were able to equalize in the latter stages and were able to draw a game. And we have seen where the attackers has been very careless. We've seen, Joseph, he's pushed further upfield and he's disgusted with himself. Ball won there by Francis' brother, and it's Kicks United now. Just taking their time. That's good football playing there, not rushing it, taking his time there. And Francis, number 29 player, he finds, is that his brother there? Here is Chino, good control, trying to get around Lloyd, who is playing in an unfamiliar position. He's playing at left back and not having a good time there at all. Again, giving away there. At this time, Lloyd is going to let that one run into touch. It's going to be a goal kick there. So attackers really seems as though they have still not talked things over. Not sure what Coach Denzel would have discussed, but they are not on the same page yet, Minute.
Yes, Tony. What I noticed with the attackers, they have all the tools to get the job done, but they have not coordinated the players in the right positions. like Chadwick and John somehow can't correspond. I'm not sure at training how they operate, but somehow they don't have a very good understanding of each other to finish off. And that could be a problem for them. But another thing I must say that will be going for the attackers is they have a bench. And if they continue keeping possession of the ball and running the kicks down, the kicks have no options of fresh legs, and they have that. So that can come into play later on.
And certainly, that can certainly come into play. But the longer this match goes at 1-0 in favor of the Kicks, I can say that the Kicks, they have stood the test of time. Here's a free kick taken, ricochet from the player there standing in front. Marley picking up the pass, and nice one-time pass there to Francis. Good moves, cutting inside. Shot and goal, but there's why Finley is saying, why didn't you just no, it's Rogers. Yes, Rogers was right in the middle, said you could have easily just roll it. I was right on the doorstep there, but like I said, Lloyd.
I think in the end, justice served, because he had to shoot at the goal, because he reached right in the mouth of the goal. He just was not on target.
Yes.
So I think he did the right thing.
And Lloyd there is really having a field day. You see, like he's walking gingerly. Yes, here is attackers on the attack. The ball is with the number 20 player in John. He tries to give a return pass here to Riley, who, and again, as we've been saying from the start of this game, the attackers, they are not on sync at all today. I don't know if the long layoff of the carnival has really caught up on them, but
second in place after Lions.
They have not looked the team that would have played against the Lions, and that game would have went to extra time, to penalty kicks.
The difference is the keeper.
Yes, certainly not look the same at all. And like I said, they are playing a very stubborn Kicks team who, all at the best, stood the test of time, even playing with less players. Here we see what's going on here. You see, ball is being kicked up in the air. Chino trying to get onto it, headed there by Jason to Mason. Mason trying to find the player there in Walton, and Duncan, who has been playing very well for the Kicks United throughout the entire tournament when he would have played. I know he was away playing some volleyball with the volleyball team, but he has been very energetic and has really give good service in central defense, this time running all the way. Now he has to chart back to his position, and without the services of Francis, who would have injured his finger and is off for a while, and so they're missing a couple of players as well. The junior is off with the national team. Here is Lloyd looking for the return pass. Lloyd crossing, but here we hear that whistle. We just hear that whistle coming there from the ardent supporter there of the Kicks United, has really supported the Kicks to thick and thin minute.
That's right, OJ.
Shot, but that one is not going to beat Lawrence from that distance. And
yes, OJ has been a long-serving Kick supporter, and he has pretty much keep them in line, even when they're down. And he just arrived. So Tony, the Kicks, as always, as I said, they have maintained their composure, whether they have a full team or not. And Mali has been doing a very good job in the midfield and distributing the ball. It's a very good job by the Kicks United again.
Yes. And I can say if Marley would just get maybe about 20% fit, he can be very dangerous, because he's got all the skills, the moves. He's got the shot as well, but he's not as mobile as he once was. And even though he's not as mobile, he's a very dangerous player there.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen there where he could have easily picked up a free kick there, and he's talking to the referee there as well because he felt that he was infringed there by the central defender there in Special Javier books. 1-0 in favor of the Kicks United. Own goal scored there by Brooks early on in the first half. So far, it's the Kicks United who have held on to that 1-0 lead and has kept the attackers at bay. But here's attackers on the attack. It's Samuels, but Duncan is right there, and it's going to be a corner kick. It's a good work there by Duncan. Antoine.
Samuel, which is Chadwick, and it, he need to have some ball control, and if he can get that first touch going, something can happen for him. But until that, the defenders for Kicks will always hold him for sure. Need that first touch.
Yeah, it's Beard with the free kick, partially headed towards goal, but cleared away there, and Rogers picks up fines. There is cousin there in Marley Rogers, and there's a chip on over towards goal. This could be dangerous. Khalid able to to control somehow. Tosses is out there to Samson. Here is John. John dribbling, well, not Riley, I beg your pardon, to John, and the ball being floated over and headed into touch there for a throw-in as we are into the 58th minute of play. There, the attackers, they realize that they're losing time, losing ground, and they're really trying to mount some attack. Here is Riley, but in the way is Lawrence, who almost allowed John to lash onto it.
And John is always on the alert, I must say. John has always been on the alert for any spillover. I'm not sure what the referee is discussing, but
I don't know. We're hearing a whistle, and we're seeing the players actually going. Oh, it's just going to be an indirect free kick.
He drop it and hold it again.
Yeah,
Whilst the ball was alive, I believe. Trouble here.
I would have to see that because I don't think he actually had control of it, really. Yes, and
The red card. Red card was given, I believe, by verbal of towards.
that's not good at all.
What you say, Antonio?
Yes, I'd certainly like to have a look at that play there. Go to look at our replays because it doesn't appear as if he would have handled the ball, control it, and the team sees as though this game is going to end anticlimactically here. The Kicks United, they are leaving the field. Very, very sad moment here. Minute.
I'm not sure it's the right thing to do to leave the play, but we'll have to look in.
I'm just going to.
Realize what went on.
Yes.
What we can say is a red card was issued to the captain of the Kicks United, Lawrence. He's not pleased of the decision that the officials took against him, and it looked like they're asking the other members to walk off the field.
I'm going to try to have a look here at what really transpired, because it appears as though he didn't really gain.
But at the end of the day, Tony, the the officials is in charge of the game, and I'm sure it can be contested after. But there have to be some understanding out there and some order. If he swear any bad word to the referee and that award the red card, then that part for sure is law. But we'll have to look in the other areas before that. So you're not missing any action. It's just a discussion between the two teams, the referee, the officials. We know a red card has been issued to the Kicks captain and goalkeeper, Mr. Lawrence, for handling the ball in a certain way that I'm sure will be looked at. And just to tell you that
Yes.
in the 62 minutes of play, the Kicks United 1 goal to the attackers 0.
I'm trying to
As we
see, trying to actually
present to
see
you the
what
championship league.
really transpired.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you are here live. Tony, Tony, you might want to reflect on what you've seen earlier.
Yes,
Leading up to this.
yeah, it was well, just to keep you abreast of what is happening. The ball came over the goalkeeper there in Lawrence. Did try to collect, but it doesn't appear as if he would have handled it, would have had control of it. The ball fell out of his hand and he picked it up again. And what happened is that the referee assistant over there in Tashim Fleming, he I would have adjudged that it's control after he would have, well, handled after he would have controlled the ball actually. And the referee Albert, well, Rose, you can probably come inside. We can probably come inside to tell us exactly what happened. But Lawrence is saying he didn't had full control of it, and whatever was said to the referee, he was given a red card, and that sparked the entire Kicks United team, who was actually leading 1-0. They decided not to continue this match anymore. And really not good for football here in this opening encounter in the Champions League, the Kicks United versus the Attackers. So it's really trying to get, yes, referee Rose in here, because we're trying to get the replays, but it's not available to us at the moment. Just to tell you whether or not he has a case of the argument with.
Try our best to
Yes,
deal with those situations when they arrive.
so I'm just trying to get back here to see exactly if you can see what
Maybe I'll have
happened.
to see if I can get Rouse to come in here and talk to you.
Yes. So we're just looking at the replays. Here we see the ball coming over. And this match has ended prematurely. Certainly not good at all for football here in Anguilla. And as we build towards what is still trying to get a look as to what would have happened. Here we see free kick taken, and there we played just a little too far forward. Maybe this would give us a better angle. So it's going to taken from the corner kick. Where you were watching live football action right here at the Raymond Igishad Stadium. Match in the Champions League ended prematurely, and possibly a game is probably awarded to the attackers. So it was just the play just before that. He's just trying to get a hold of, just to tell you whether or not that was the case. Here we see. All right. So this is probably going to tell me exactly what would have happened here. No. And we will see whether or not for sure certainly. From the replay that I've just seen, it doesn't appear as though Lawrence would have controlled the ball. The ball was still on the carpet and just getting out of his grasp just a little bit. And I will hesitate to think that it's not possible for that to be called handled after he would have controlled it, certainly. And but I'm not the referee. I can only tell you what I have seen, but for the little that I've seen here, just from that play alone, it doesn't suggest that Lawrence had the ball fully in control. We would probably certainly need different angles, but that's what it is. The referee in Albert Button, along with his assistant in Tashim Fleming, would have adjudged him to have handled and then picking up after, but certainly not the case from our vantage point here after looking at the replay. And so this match has ended prematurely. It was the attackers. They were trailing 1-0 to nil. An indirect free kick was given to the attackers, and the red card was given to Lawrence. Probably afterwards that was said to Mr. Burton. And in the end, the team, the Kicks United, decided, well, we won't be good to be playing without our keeper, and they've just called the rest of the players off the field, and that was the end of the match. We do hope that, unfortunately, as it would have ended, we do hope that you would have enjoyed what we would have presented to you this evening. We're looking forward to be with you tomorrow again, same time from 5 o'clock, where we bring you 2 matches. And as always, stay tuned to AI Live for more live coverage, more live action. Until then, we bid you good evening wherever you are. Have a pleasant evening.